ksje.com/support. This is 90.9 FM, KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico.
From performers such as Plácido Domingo to composers such as Astor Piazzolla, the Latin contribution to classical music has been extensive. Concierto celebrates the rich diversity of Hispanic classical artists every week, in English and in Spanish. I'm Frank Dominguez. Join me for Concierto.
Every Wednesday night at 8 on KSJE, Farmington.
I'm John Lienhard with The Engines of Our Ingenuity. Every day we talk about human invention and creativity in science, technology, and the arts. We talk about all the drama and intrigue, insight and personal conviction that constantly bubble just below the surface of a world built by human hands. We honor complexity at the same time we keep things understandable. Do join me. We'll have a lot of fun together.
Weekdays at 5:45 on KSJE. This program is supported by MyLabs, patient-ordered testing. San Juan Regional Medical Center is expanding its services to offer low-cost blood screenings year-round. Now offering walk-in convenience to get the blood tests you want when you want them. MyLabs, patient-ordered testing, is available at the hospital's laboratory and the Outpatient Diagnostic Center on 30th Street in Farmington. With nearly 20 tests available, there's an option for everyone. MyLabs, patient-ordered testing, a wellness service of San Juan Regional Medical Center. 8:34, Friday morning here on KSJE. You're listening to the Scott Michlin Morning Program. Good morning, everyone. 59 degrees outside our studios here at San Juan College at the moment. Winds are out of the east at 8 miles an hour. Here's a live picture of the scene at San Juan College. 8:34, 87 degrees for a high today with lots of sunshine in the forecast. 90 for a high tomorrow. 88 on Sunday, and overnight lows right there in the mid-50s. I'm Scott Michlin, and my guests on the radio this morning from the Farmington Public Library. David Flores is here, the Teen Services Coordinator. Good morning once again.
Good morning, sir.
And also Leonard So is here, Patron Services Supervisor. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here, both of you, for coming in and talking about all the events that are happening at the Farmington Public Library this fall, as we are now in. And there's a lot more events that are happening, including the return of the weekly Make Do events, right, on Fridays.
Yes, Friday Make Do's.
That's happening, right?
Yeah,
starting up
the 19th, October 19th.
Okay.
That's when that starts, and that's an opportunity for folks to come in. You just need to register online and then come in and volunteer your time. It's 30 minutes that you're going to actually do a demonstration. We want people to get there by 3 o'clock, and then we go from 3:30 to 4 o'clock and demonstrate some skills that you may have. A number of years ago, I was ironing my clothes for Make Do at the library.
That could happen, right?
That worked.
That's a Make Do event,
program.
Right?
Exactly.
Interesting. And there it is, October 19th through April 20th, right? Every Friday. Every Friday.
Every Friday.
At 3:30. So folks can check that out at the Farmington Public Library. Leonard, do you have a favorite Make Do Make Do event or task?
Usually I like to use the 3D printing for the Make Do. Show people how the 3D printer works, and usually they ask questions and I give them their answers, you know, and most of the people that we've encountered with the 3D printing, they really like it, and you know, they would want one for themselves.
Yeah, no kidding. They're pretty cool, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean, they can really do a lot of stuff, and that is one of those nice things to be able to do, to check out what the capabilities of a 3D printer is and see it in action at events like Make Do at the Farmington Public Library. I know you use it for a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, we print a lot of things. We also have I don't know if folks know, but we also have a router, CNC router.
Okay.
And then we also have a CNC laser cutter.
Interesting.
So those are new items that we have,
right?
Fairly new that we're using. So, but at the Make Do Fridays and the Make Do Fair, we asked folks to come in and do something. I know we had an individual that tied chili restress.
Right.
So that's perfect timing.
Perfect timing. This
right now,
time of year, that's true.
Maybe we've had him come in and do a number of things. So. maybe knot tying. We had the Boy Scouts come and do knot tying one time. We've had so many different programs, different make-do projects. Some people make pom-poms, and I know that they made tutus for little princesses, or just everybody, whoever wanted to make them. And they've done. One time they got a glass block. Of course, I'm using my hands. Oh,
right.
we're live.
It's
so
okay. We can see you using your hands for watching
we
on video. That's true.
Exactly. We got a glass block. They drilled a hole in it, and then the glow sticks.
Mm-hmm.
They broke one of those open and poured it inside the glass block and put some light, like a Christmas light, in there.
Okay.
And that thing was pretty. That was pretty amazing.
That does sound pretty amazing.
And they also did them with jars, with the mason jar
yeah.
on the lid. They did that. So people are very creative in this community and all over the world, but we're talking about our community. There's a lot of creative people in this community.
Very true. And the whole idea behind Make Do is to be able to maybe use items you might find around your house and give them some new life, almost like a craft type of an event, upcycle. With the holidays coming, I guess they could be gifts.
Exactly.
Perhaps things like that,
with
Leonard.
The Make Do, I think the last time I did it was with Monster pen holders. That was out of empty like shampoo bottles, things like that. So what I did is just cut them out and glue the eyes and cut out the teeth and all that, and you could use it as like a pencil holder. And I do have some at my house right now.
Interesting.
That I kept that I had done the Make Do the last time I did that.
Very cool. And it just goes to show what you can come up with and what you'll see at these Make Do events, right?
Right.
Yes.
Every Friday.
And there's something for for everyone. So just kind of keep track. If you look at follow the website, follow the calendar. We'll post what's coming up. So if for Halloween, if they're doing a Halloween craft or pom-poms or, things like that, it's posted on the website and on the calendar, and then you can come in. Or if you have something that you just got to show everybody that this is what you do.
Right.
Then sign up and come on in and do it. Probably one of the most fun programs that I remember doing is we did a deconstruct, and so we had individuals from the community bring in old computers, old
You mean
TVs.
take things apart? I'm really good at that. It's putting them back together that I have a problem.
We don't have to put them back together.
I love
but it's
that.
just
I'm right there
We
for that.
call it deconstruct, so it's pretty fun.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
That's true. If I don't have to put it back together, I always have parts left over. That's my big problem when I'm trying to fix something or take it apart, put it back together.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's good to know. So those are starting up again very soon, every Friday, right?
Every Friday, starting the 19th of October.
And folks can get ready for that. And are you still looking for Make Do presenters?
Always looking for Make Do presenters. Always looking for Make Do presenters.
So if someone has something they would like to demonstrate at one of these Make Do events, they can just contact the library and get signed up, perhaps?
They can contact the library. They can go to the website, and then on the website it shows the little Make Do image. They can just click on that link, and then they can sign up. Now, maybe they want to do a presentation and they don't really have a good idea, or they don't know what they want to do yet. There's a list of kits that they can do also. So it's one time we did some bottle cap magnets.
Right.
And so there's a list. We have a pretty comprehensive list of things and supplies that folks might need.
Okay. We have actually folks that are watching are making comments on our Facebook page, and one viewer is asking, how will folks know what will be presented at the Make Do Fair? Do you let folks know ahead of time what's coming up on that Friday?
We do. So if you look at the calendar, the events calendar, it'll show the day. They'll show Make Do time, and then they just click on hover over it, and it'll give you what the process is going to be for
and
that
plus,
Friday.
we do have that event displayed on the rotunda too at the library. This Make Do event is going to be going on this Friday, and this is what they're going to be making.
Great. So when folks come to the library, they can see too, and they can go online.
Yes.
So perfect. All
And
right.
plus, if they're asking questions, we can always provide them with the answers of what project is going to be going on and things like that.
Sure.
So.
And sometimes some of those Fridays are staff. So
Right.
we always, if it's a individual from outside of the staff, we always will let them have an opportunity. So we'll bump staff so that individuals from the community come in and present.
Okay.
Yes.
They get priority.
Yeah,
sometimes.
we always give them priority. We always give our patrons priority. They
Nice.
always get top priority.
Very good. All right. The other event I want to ask you about, too, is the big event coming up in October. It'll be here before we know it, and that is the Four Corners Storytelling Festival, because that is a very popular library event as well, which will be here, correct?
That's true.
Coming up, what, October 12th and 13th?
October 12th, 13th, and on that Thursday, which is the 11th, we do mobile. So we go to the different
Storytellers,
schools. Yeah.
like they blanket the county.
They disperse. They go to a number of schools. In August, each year in August, we have a teacher orientation. And so when the school teachers come to that teacher orientation, they win one of the tellers at their school.
Right.
So, and I need to make sure and clarify that, because people will probably get right now while we're talking, and they'll say, "Hey, I want to get so and so at my school." So they've already been
It's already
accounted for.
been chosen for this
It's already
this year. But get
So
ready
if
for next year.
If you want to do it next year, then you want to sign up for the teacher orientation.
Right.
And then make sure that you send, every year, Ojo Amarillo, they always send at least 3 teachers, because they want to get a teller. So the more teachers they get, the more opportunities they have.
Okay.
So, but on that Thursday, we go live, we go mobile. We call it our mobile day, and we go to the different schools. We do a presentation in the morning, or the teller does, in the morning, and then in the afternoon. So that day we see probably close to 3,000 kids.
They're kept pretty busy.
They're busy.
They are very busy. And you have a shout out from Flo Trujillo, who's watching this morning, and she says she loves the feed. So hello, youth. Hello, Flo. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here. Also reminding us about the Cuentos program today at 12:30 on KSJE, which are more youth storytellers and other storytellers from the Farmington Public Library.
Exactly. And so we take those tellers to the different schools, and if there's one of the youth tellers that's at that school, they get to introduce. They're the MC for that time.
Right.
On Friday of the festival, we have field trip day, and so if you come on Friday, be prepared to be inundated by 1,100, 1,200 kids. And they have a great time. They have a blast. Well, you always come and help us.
I do. KSJE is a proud sponsor of the Storytelling Festival.
So you
we're glad to
know
be part of it.
exactly what we got going on over there.
I do.
We got it's an anthill. I call it an anthill. Friday's an anthill.
That's true.
It's kids
There's a
going
lot of
over
kids.
it, but they love it. The kids just love it, and their parents come, and we have the youth tellers that are talking and doing their stories, and
Right.
it's a great opportunity for those kids to hone their skills. A lot of them. I'm just looking to the day when some of those tellers, those youth storytellers, become the mayor, become the city council members, become the president, become extensive leaders in our community, and we need them. So we're
Right.
training them we're training them some good skills.
That's very true, and it's a great event, and it's a great community event too. It's a free event, and I would love to see more folks from the community come to the Four Corners Storytelling Festival. Leonard?
And plus, on that Friday evening too, there will be doing some storytelling at the Totot Theater, and I think they're doing bedtime stories and ghost stories.
Right.
So you can come check it out, see you see what it's all about and everything.
Very true.
Right.
That's very true. And the tellers who are coming this year, I can read it off the screen here that we have for everybody. Andy Offit-Irwin, Sonny Dooley is going to be coming back, J. Omar Hansen, and Lori Prescott Hansen will be coming. Also, Ann Rutherford is part of the storytelling troupe this year.
Right, and the last 3 are first timers.
Okay.
So they're first time to the festival.
Nice.
The first 2, Andy and Sonny, they're old pros.
Right.
So we look forward to what they're going to bring to the table. And then, as Lennart said, Friday evening we do the Total Theater, and we also do the grand finale on Saturday evening.
Right.
At the Total
At the
Theater.
Total downtown. So, and again, these are all free.
Everything's free.
Free events. So
Yep, everything is free.
we want folks to come out and enjoy. And my favorite is, when you think about it, and a lot of folks have the misconception it's a children's event, and there are children's stories and bedtime stories and things like that. But a lot of these stories are great stories that have been passed down from generations to generations. They've got great morals to the story, and they're just a great way to kind of think and let your imagination run wild a little bit as you're listening to these great stories. So it's really an all ages event.
Exactly. And really when you think about it, what we know about history, even our own family, has been,
That's a
if
story.
you look at your family history, it's probably not written down for most of us, but it is conveyed orally. So that's what the Storytelling Festival is all about, is that tradition of oral stories.
That's true. We all have stories in our history that are passed down,
Yeah.
and if
Some
you
good, some
don't,
bad.
it may be time to ask mom or dad or grandma and grandpa about stories about the family. Where do we come from? Or
Exactly.
What
And that, if you know where you come from, you know where you're going.
that's true. That's very true.
And
Leonard?
if you'd like to know more information about the Storytelling Festival, we do have flyers posted at the Farmington Public Library at the desk. And again, you can always come to the website and get all the information there.
That's true. And I know the Storytelling Festival happens throughout the day on those 2 dates down at Burke Park in those tents, and you can find out the exact times on the website at infoa.org for everyone.
Right. And the festival starts at 9 o'clock in the morning both days.
Okay.
And goes till Friday till 2 o'clock,
Okay.
and then on Saturday till 2 o'clock.
Gotcha. And then it reconvenes downtown. Leonard?
Yeah. Plus, if you're not sure where the Toll Thought Theater is, or I think it was at Bird Park, we do have a map behind the flyers as well. So I know last year we didn't put a map on there, but this year we did, so people would know where to go. And again, they can always ask questions.
That's true. And regular viewers and listeners of this program will be able to hear a couple of the storytellers the morning of Thursday and Friday before the festival, because it's a tradition to have them come on and share some stories with us here on this radio program. So stay tuned, everybody, and keep watching and listening, because they'll be here before we know it. So
It'll be here before we know it, exactly.
that's true. Before we run out of time this morning, we do want to talk about some other events happening at the Farmington Public Library, children's events that are happening.
We
teens.
we always have children's events. We always have teen events going on. We have story time,
Right.
Not storytelling. Story time starts Monday, the 17th, 10 o'clock, and then again at 3 o'clock. And actually, it's 10:30.
10:30? Right.
You know what? I don't know the exact time.
Uh-oh.
Let me look at their website. I should know the exact time.
You
What's
should.
wrong
That-
with you?
10:30.
10:30,
Close
Leonard?
listening. Thank you,
Yeah,
Leonard.
it's
Appreciate that.
10:30.
Okay, we got it, everybody.
My
But
brain-
check the
my brain
website.
collapsed there.
Well, we're talking
Yeah,
about
10:30.
talking about a lot of stuff this morning.
That's going to get me in a lot of trouble right there.
No,
for not
you
knowing
fixed
the
it.
exact time.
You fixed it.
But we do have story time, and that is an awesome opportunity for kids to come in. What we do at story time is we're preparing toddlers and baby toddlers. We're getting people ready to go to school. So they'll come in, they'll line up at the youth services desk. We'll separate them into 2 groups. They'll cut, the baby toddlers and then the toddlers, and then we get them in line. We're helping the kids get ready for school, and then we use the ALA model, which is Every Child Ready to Read, which the 5 components are reading, writing, singing, playing, and talking. And whether people realize it or not, they are already using those components with their kids. So we always use those components, and we tie them in. So, the itsy bitsy spider, we show them the finger motions, we tell the story, all of those things. We have them maybe write their name in the air, kind of like we used to do
Sure.
with sparklers,
Right.
write our name.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
writing, whether we realize it or not.
That's true.
So we use those components for story time, and that starts again on Monday, and it'll go through. We have story time Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10:30, and then at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, for those that can't make it at 10:30 a.m., you can always come by at 3:30 p.m. to engage in that.
Very good.
And
Okay.
then a teen program, if we got
Yeah,
got time.
we do.
One of the Mayor's Teen Advisory Council meets on the first Thursday of each month, and we'll go over a number of issues. We're part of the San Juan County Partnership Coalition for the Prevention of Underage Drinking, the Youth in Action portion of the library. We do sticker shocks, and we're planning to do a sticker shock at Smith's. And what a sticker shock is we place a sticker on alcoholic packaging that state that it's a 4th-degree felony to provide alcohol to minors. We want to be a tool in San Juan County to prevent underage drinking. It's against the law for anyone under the age of 21 to consume alcohol. It's
Right.
against the law.
Right.
So when people say, well, what is it? We're trying to prevent that. We don't want that Since 2001, when the Mayor's Teen Advisory Council began, San Juan County was one of the worst counties in the state, and that number has dropped considerably. So we want to focus on that and let folks know that that is a good thing. It's a good thing. You know, the positive social norms state that 9 out of 10 kids don't drink and drive. And that is good, and we need to make sure that that information is out there. Sometimes people get they think that, well, all these kids, all they do is drink and drive or drug and drive or whatever the case may be. For the most part, they don't. But for those few that are, we want to get the message to them and to the adults in our community.
Very true. And it's a great sticker shock reminder for the adults that they can be held liable for buying alcohol for underage teenagers. It's
a 4th-degree felony.
Right.
And that's a big thing, you know. So we also have that social host ordinance in Farmington.
That's true.
That's good. That's a good thing too. That holds the homeowner liable if they're hosting a party and teenagers or underage drinking is happening.
Right. It's the property owner that is responsible, even if they're your kids or kids' friends or what have you.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's important.
And they do, with the Mayor Teens Advisory Council, they do, I think you guys do provide a food too for the teens and everything. So, and if you'd like to know more information, you know, David is your go-to guy.
Good to know. That's the guy to call, right?
Yep.
And to track down at the library. So excellent. There's a Real Readers event coming up too, right? In the next few weeks.
Real Readers is coming up on Monday, the 17th.
Okay.
Tulip Fever is the title of
the book?
That's the book.
And the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So read the movie, watch the book.
Wait. Okay. You say so, David.
Just making sure
it's almost too early to understand that, but okay. But that's the whole point, right? You get to come and watch the movie and discuss afterwards. You can bring in food to the multipurpose room, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which sounds very, naughty, that people are doing that.
Break the rules.
Yeah. One of the few times you can do that, bringing food in.
Yeah.
And excellent. And that's going to be Monday evening, right?
Correct.
What time does it start?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Okay. Excellent. Lennart, let's talk briefly. We just got a couple minutes remaining, so we can go back and talk a bit about the library card renewal month of September, right? Everyone can come in and get a new library card.
Yes, you can always come by, get a library card. The only thing that we like to ask for is a proof of mailing address. Anything that has your name and your mailing address, such as a piece of mail. Some people like to provide their, most people don't know, but some people like to provide their insurance that has their mailing address.
Okay.
And sometimes when we get patrons at the desk and they don't think about it, and we just, give them that option. And again, photo ID as well, such as a driver's license. I know nowadays I think people are renewing their driver's license, and we do accept the paper copy version. So if you do have that, you can always come by and get a library card. And again, $2 will be waived for the month of September for those that have a library card and would like to get a new one, the current ones now. So we'll waive the $2.
Nice.
And also, just a reminder too, is that if you have a child that wants a library card, anyone under the age of 18, the parent does have to sign.
Right.
Yes. Thank you, David.
That
the
makes
parent
sense.
does have to come in and get their child a library card. So, and sometimes we get child come to the desk with their card filled out, and we ask, "Where is your parent here?" So, but the parents do have to get their child a library card.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds great. Very good. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Thanks for being part of our visual radio program this morning. I think it went over very well. And thanks to everyone who's watching out there who said hello during the show. You'll be able to see them on the archives here later in a few moments. So
awesome. Well, thank you for having us.
You bet.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you all very much. My guests from the Farmington Public Library here on KSJE. I'm Scott Michlin, back with more in just a moment on KSJE. The time is 8:56.
Until 1846, the work of the medical surgeon was a gruesome exercise in torture. But for 70 years, the solution had been just a giggle away.
A Moment in Time with Dan Roberts.
Ironically, after 1772, the solution to the pain had at last become available. In that year, Joseph Priestley, the English clergyman and chemist who would later describe the gas now termed oxygen, isolated one of the oxides of nitrogen, a colorless gas with a sweet odor and a strange narcotic effect. He called it nitrous oxide. Later, another English chemist, Sir Humphrey Davy, described its effects. Laughter, then euphoria, and then, after prolonged use, relatively harmless and short-term unconsciousness. He suggested its usefulness for surgery, but few took him seriously. In 1842, Crawford Long, a physician in Jefferson, Georgia, tried it during minor surgery, and it worked. In 1845, a Connecticut dentist, Horace Wells, failed in an attempt during a demonstrated tooth extraction at Massachusetts General Hospital, but the following year his friend and future rival for the honor of discovery, William Morton, returned to Mass General and successfully used ether to induce controlled unconsciousness on 2 patients. From that point on, the science of surgery began to make even greater contributions to the progress of medicine. At the University of Richmond School of Professional and Continuing Studies, this is Dan Roberts.
Funding for A Moment in Time with Dan Roberts is provided in part by the Petersburg Preservation Task Force, highlighting Blandford Church, home of 15 Tiffany windows. Online at petersburgpreservationtaskforce.com. Our theme music is composed by B.J. Liederman. Our sound engineer is Robert Richards. This program is produced at the University of Richmond in cooperation with WCVE Public Radio. Transcripts, podcast, audio, and video are available at amomentintime.com.
Hello again. There's nothing like a live concert to bring out the best in musicians, largely because they know there's an audience a few feet away taking in every note and expressing their approval. We'll hear from Goodman, Ellington, Kenton, and several others as they perform on stage. Tune in, go swinging down the lane with David Miller.
Saturdays at 7 on KSJE Farmington.
Make each day a learning experience with the Academic Minute and join us as we discover cutting-edge research from colleges and universities around the world. Tune in to broaden your understanding of the past and be the first to learn how today's innovations will transform our tomorrow. From the latest breakthrough in green technology to the discovery of humanity's oldest tools, you'll find it all on the Academic Minute.
Listen every weekday afternoon during the KSJE Evening News at 5:30.
Hi, I'm Tracy Hales-Vass, writer, retired professor of creative writing, and founder of One Book, One Community. I now host Right On Four Corners every Wednesday, 10:30 to 11, when I'll talk to local and regional authors. So please join me Wednesdays here on 90.9 FM KSJE Farmington.
Tune into Turntable Taxi on KSJE Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. Each week, we select a musical style and play 78s, 45s, and 33 RPM records. Some of our themes will include swing music, blues, heart-wrenching torch songs, early rock and roll, girl groups, soul, and R&B.
This is KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico, 90.9 FM.